Here's another one I want to get to. Okay. Steph
Kendall,
Curry.
that picture, change your picture. I'm laughing. I can't even focus.
Right, but he's bringing up a lot of great points. I was actually driving home from pond hockey yesterday, and on 97 won the ticket. They were talking about Steph Curry. Okay. Here's what they were saying. In NBA history, who has the most games with 7 or more made three-pointers? It's Steph Curry. Did you know he's done it 250 plus times?
Yeah, I watched.
250. And then he's made like eight 3 points. I think he did like 150 times, and the list goes on and on and on. When we talk about the single greatest shooter of all time, no disrespect to Reggie Miller, no disrespect to Ray Allen, Steph Curry is doing GOAT stuff right now. Right now.
Oh, I agree.
And he is slept price-wise. I don't know how high it will get. I don't know. It's tough to say whether or not it's overvalued or undervalued. I just don't think we speak about the man enough. And because we don't speak about his achievements enough, that might lean me towards undervalued. But I don't know. I'd have to look at card prices closer.
Yeah, he's got a master class. Like that guy can shoot a ball.
Yeah.
And I don't know how good his dad played in the NBA, right?
Yeah, his dad was great, but I mean, he shattered all those records. Like, Steph is incredible. It's the release and the way he does it. You know, he has won MVP, not just. I mean, when you think about like Ray Allen, right? Like Ray Allen, arguably speaking, again, you know, you can put him in the top 3, but Ray Allen wasn't like near winning MVP awards. He wasn't. Steph Curry does a lot. So
Curry can dribble and stuff. He's pretty good. He's really good, man. Like, I think Curry definitely. I don't know his prices, but in terms of the name and people looking back at him, definitely, dude. Curry's a really. I don't know if I could think of a better shooter. Like, I don't know. And again, I'm not a basketball expert by any means at all. So, but when guys like that start shooting the ball and you like, what was it? His first game back, he got that many, like he scored like 40, 50 points. Yeah. He's good, man. He's just a good shooter. Like, I don't know. He's really good. Soccer cards, time to buy.
Right. So this is our next little segment. I wanted to bring this up because
we're producing today. So guys, somebody send Tim Hortons an email. We're looking for a sponsorship because Timmy's, we love them. They're Canadian and they have a lot of money. So we want to work with them. So,
okay. So in all honesty, soccer cards, I feel like me personally, like I've received a lot of heat because I did mention that the soccer cards, right? I mentioned the Mbappe and then the Mbappe went up a lot. I mentioned Erling Haaland brought,
that video, Bird's like, I'm going to do a good soccer video. And I'm like, Bird, I'm going to film the heck out of it and edit it. And then we're like, dude, that's got a lot of views. And then, I wish I knew.
Right. So basically what happened was, you know, a few people were like, oh, you know, Prism Soccer, it's going to crash. And it did. But here's the thing. Had you sold at the right time, you would have made a lot of money. Now, regardless of the crash, because that's not what we're here for, I believe soccer cards, much like hockey cards that kind of received a boom, I personally believe soccer's next. The Champions League, right? Literally Wednesday, we got some amazing players in the Champions League. Erling Haaland is phenomenal. 20-year-old. He's 20, dude, and he's got like 28 goals within 29 matches. You know, he has scored multiple times in the Champions League. And there are a lot of rumors that he's eventually going to leave Borussia Dortmund to play for a larger club. But then after that, you're going to have the Euros, and a lot of people are going to start watching soccer again. And then Qatar, the World Cup 2022. It's realistically not that far away. So I believe the time to buy these cards are now. Like, some of these cards, dude, are like more than half off. Like, that's how I'm viewing it. Soccer it's next to pop off, in my opinion. It's, you know, I'm not even going to realistically say like which cards I've been picking up because that's going to be a video down the road. But what I will say is like just look at some of these things that these young players who are like 22 and under are doing, and look at where their card prices were, right? So we know that the excitement can get to those Prism level highs. I'm not saying that it ever will get that high again, but we know that it's a possibility that it can get there. So even if it reaches like 50% of that, listen, you're going to do very well on soccer cards.
And again, you want to get the right players, get the good players.
Yep.
Like for me, I wouldn't I'm not going to recommend any players because I'd be lying. I don't know really much about soccer. I do know Mbappe is good, and I know some of the other guys that are just big names. People already know them. But I was going to say, do you believe to get soccer to flip right now, or are there opportunities to get good long-term cards?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mitch. I was reading a comment. Can you repeat that?
Do you believe soccer, it's a good idea to flip to get like new rookies or players to flip them, or do you see the potential in the Messis, the bigger time players to get them long?
Big name players, because the entire soccer market kind of took a dip. So now you can pick up Messi and you can pick up Ronaldo. You can even pick up Pele, who I consider the second greatest. It's arguably speaking, I do consider Pele as probably the second greatest behind Messi. But regardless, you can pick up all those big names right now for a discount, so to speak. And what I would recommend doing with some of the hotter names right now is try to work your way up to those cards, or maybe, try to work your way up into getting, a Matthews, a McDavid, those type of players. So it really depends on the investment strategy that you have.
I will put up Mitch's question there. Do you enjoy soccer, or is this an investment gig? For me personally, if I buy soccer, it's because I talked to Bird about it and I want to make money on soccer. But Bird loves, in general, Bird watches every sport and he's obsessed. Yeah. And we're both collectors. Like when I talk about Zion, I've sold some Zion, but I have 90% of my Zion cards. That Mike Tyson I graded, I'm keeping. Dude, I keep all my cards. I love cards, man. I talk about that more too, because dude, we're not interested in pumping and dumping players or cards. If we talk about a player specifically,
we believe in them.
We believe in it. Like when I talk about Zion, which I was kind of right in the first time, I think he's a great player, and he is. He scored 36 yesterday, although Luka got 46. So screw off.
That was a very high scoring game with not much.
I didn't watch it, but I get notified whenever Zion's got new paparazzi photos or whatever.
I think it was like 147 to 130. There's like 270 plus points either way.
Yeah.
So not much defense there. But for me to answer this soccer question, I'm a gunner. Thierry Henry was the reason why I loved Arsenal. I remember playing on my Nintendo DS, soccer games and things like that. And I've liked soccer. I'll be the first to admit it's really boring to sit down for an hour and a half plus and watch a match. But I do it anyway. I really do. Sometimes if I can't sleep and, if I'm up at 6 a.m., I'll put on an Arsenal game if it's on. I'll watch. But I'm really excited by the young talent. I'll be the first to say Erling Haaland, while he might not be the next Messi, because it's just, we're always hearing, oh, this guy's the next whatever, this guy's the next whatever. And I think that's a bit ridiculous, but Erling Haaland has literally done, record-breaking stuff, scoring 28 goals in 29 matches. He's, beating Mbappe in Champions Leagues and things like that. And he's incredible. So I do watch soccer.
Yeah. I did watch a bit of soccer, when Mbappe was playing. But right now there's no soccer to watch, at least not when it's snowing out here. So,
okay. Which young guns exciting to you for Series 2? I'd love to get Stu tzle or Kaprizov. That's actually interesting later on today. So I highly encourage everyone watching to go check out the monthly podcast that the Hockey Card Guru and myself do. The Hockey Card Guru being Mike DiStefano. We're actually going to speak about our top 5 Series 2 young guns that we would recommend at least looking into. So that will be released later. And that's the Locked On NHL podcast. So
that's a cool podcast.
Yeah, it's great. It's a podcast specifically about hockey cards. So Nick, if you are interested in hockey cards and investing in those, with that being said, Stu tzle and Kaprizov, I don't think it's a surprise. They're both going to make the top 5 list. Now, in which order, I won't give away, like where they rank 1 to 5. Mitch, you never texted me about hockey, but you actually texted me about Stu tzle the other day.
I did. I can never say his name, but I'm like, Bird, this Stu tzle guy. Like I saw him on because in the morning, 8, 9, 10 a.m. whenever the heck I wake up, all breakfast, and I did that every day growing up. We would watch TSN to see the cool hockey highlights. I used to watch Ovechkin score every time. Like I'm a huge Ovechkin fan too. But yeah, Stu tzle, that dude's good. He's good, man. I'm a big fan of him. I'm gonna pick up some of his cards. I don't know how many, probably 2 or 3. But
The one thing that I will say is I think now certainly right now Kaprizov is playing better than Stu tzle. Not by much, but by enough. But you got to think of Canadian market versus, mind you, Minnesota market's big too. It really is. But the Canadian market is much larger, I would argue. Like Minnesota is big in America, but
dude, I went to a house party in Minnesota when I lived in the States. This guy had on like I don't know, it was like their throwback jersey. Dude, a lot of Minnesotans, man, they love that. And they sound Canadian. If you're from Minnesota, you legit sound Canadian. So that's probably why.
Yeah, so I mean, at the end of the day, Kaprizov was one of the better players in the KHL over in Russia, and so he's kind of proven himself to an extent there. And then obviously coming to the NHL, he's been great too. When it's all said and done, though, I really like Tim Stu tzle.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's another question that I'm definitely able to answer because I'm an Arsenal gunner. What are your thoughts on Bukayo Saka, new younger player? Bukayo Saka, as I believe he should have received more playing time even last year. I don't think Mitch knows who this guy is at all, but I'll just speak to him quickly.
I have no idea. Now I do.
He has a sticker card, an EPL sticker card. That would be the sticker that I would recommend if you're looking into investing into Bukayo Saka. If he becomes more attacking, like a guy like Alphonso Davies, that card could very well go up. The only thing that I don't like about it, and again, I'm an Arsenal Gunner fan, is we stink. Like we suck. Like we are so bad as a football club. So unless Saka gets moved, I think you're going to see like another Mesut Ozil situation where nobody's really talking about him. And we'll see what happens. But for the price right now, I would lean towards the price is right.
And Bird, we talk about like future episodes we're going to try to do. I believe Bird's working on top 5 soccer right now.
Top 3. I'm going with top 3, but
we never do top 3. The heck?
All right.
All right, top 3. We can do top 3. Whatever you do. Like I said, guys, like Bird controls all the soccer stuff.